Seconded by anyone? Oh, I saw Sai. I'll approve. All right, good. All right. Did you take the agenda off the screen, Bonnie?
I did. I just had to do something, but I'll put it back up here for you. There you go.
New business. Presentation of the 2018-2019 financial statement.
Okay, Bonnie, if you guys can all hear me, right? I'm off mute there. If you want to put that up, Bonnie.
Yep, just 1 second. Just 1 second, Paul. I just have to
take your time, Bonnie. It's all right.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, perfect. So just before we get started, everybody, and maybe I'll run through this if you don't mind. Maybe take a little notes if you have questions, if that's okay. If you need, there might be clarity, just asking a question, or you might have a comment. But I just run through this at a high level. These financial statements were audited by PricewaterhouseCoopers. They're last year's audited statements. So they're dated April 30th, 2019. So again, almost a year ago. But our next audit period, obviously April 30th, 2020, the audit field work will be occurring, well, it would normally occur in June, and it probably will, but there'll be some field work obviously in July this year. These statements were approved by the board. If you slip down, Bonnie, you'll see they're signed off by your, if you want to slide down to the statements right there, actually move up a bit. They should be signed off by, you'll see, sorry, that's in the notes, just if you don't mind, just a little higher up.
Yeah. Just tell me when
go back up. Yep. Yep.
Right here?
Stop. Right there. Yeah. See the signatures? Your chair, Cole, and your secretary, Christine, signed these after they're approved by the board. These have been posted on the website since last fall, as well as the highlight section referring to the website in the newspaper. So the members have been provided, these statements publicly. But I do want to highlight a couple things and particularly speak to the recent motions of the board from last meeting a week ago. If you look at the net assets section, Bonnie, if you can kind of go up a little bit, you'll see this heading. There's 3 funds in our financial statements. This is basically the balance sheet what you're looking at. Statement of financial position. You've got the general fund, reserve fund, and capital fund. Okay, the general fund is basically, for lack of a better description, your day-to-day operations. Includes everything ancillary-based, student fees. It's operating on a day-to-day basis, the student union. The reserve fund includes, now, Bonnie, if you don't mind sliding down to, I think it's note 10. It's going to be about 6 pages down. These are the student funds that are put in a reserve balance. Yep, that's the description actually further down.
This one?
So I'll go a little further down.
Oh, I see. You want 10. Okay, right there.
I'm frozen. I don't see it. Are you there?
Yep. So I'm on reserve funds.
Oh yeah, no, but further down.
Note 10. Oh, do you want page 10?
Are you on? Okay, go up a bit. Sorry, I just gotta see the note number.
Okay, so I'm on note number 11 right now.
Yeah, do you see my screen's frozen a bit here. Do you see the balances, dollar values?
Yep. So I have 10 reserve funds, and then it has 2019, 2018. Do you want that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get to that.
Yep. So I'm on that right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry, for some reason I'm not seeing that, and that's okay. I'm gonna pull it off my phone, okay, guys?
Okay.
Some reason my shared screen is frozen, Bonnie.
Okay.
What you're seeing, I'm not seeing, which is okay. Does everybody else see it? Karen, I can see you. Can you put a thumbs up if you can see it? My screen.
Paul,
Yes.
so your microphone keeps cutting out, but also Someone said their screen is frozen as well.
Okay. Christine, what do you see?
I see the reserve funds.
Okay.
I see general fund,
Eric?
reserve fund, and capital fund.
Yeah, that's what I want to get to. It's okay. I can do it. I just want to make sure I can refer to it. I think the only person that has commented they're frozen is
Angel.
Angel. Karen, I see you on the screen. You're muted. Can you?
Yes, Paul. I
Okay.
don't
So
see another screen.
why don't I describe it, which is fine. This is what I really wanted to. I'm right on it right now on my phone. But the biggest balance in there, as you can see, is the health plan reserve. This is really important for the members that are on this meeting, open members. That the student union, we have the health plan. The domestic health plan is managed by the student union. International health plan is managed by the college. The student union used to manage the international health plan. Our objective is to return that into our fold. But currently, we manage the domestic health plan. We self-fund it, which means we have insurance to take care of it, but we self-fund it. We don't use a third party. We don't use a third-party insurance company. We self-insure. And we have a reserve balance, as you can see there, about $1.4 million. Except for, I think everybody except for me and Katiani can't see it.
I can't see it either, Paul. It's like there's no numbers. It's just descriptions right now.
Bonnie,
Yep.
Bonnie, it's okay. We'll get there, guys. Bonnie, can you slide to note 10 if you're able to, or you're maybe
Yeah.
not able to?
I'm on note 10 now on my computer. Christine, is that better? Because I just made my screen bigger.
So what I see, I can see the titles of the funds, but there's no.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just-
seeing the same as you, Christine.
Okay.
Maybe
'cause-
Bonnie, let me try to share it too.
Yep.
Are you able to go
Yep,
out to see?
Yep, I'll stop and then you can go, Paul.
I'll try to share it. I mean, if I do this probably be a miracle. But, okay, tell me if you see it. You see it, guys? I'm
Yeah,
scrolling.
Yeah, you can see it. Just before you get started, Paul, we had a couple more members that joined.
Okay.
If we can just get attendance from them.
Yep. Bonnie, if you could do that, then we'll move on. It's okay. That's a good point.
Yep, so can you confirm who is on iPhone? Your name is iPhone. You want to unmute yourself and let me know who you are.
Yeah, that's me, Prerna.
Oh, Karina.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. Or you can continue, Paul.
Did we get Eric?
There's one
Yep.
other person I thought.
Yep,
Yeah.
Eric is already on there.
Okay, we're good
All
then?
right.
Yep, you're good.
So the two things I really want to highlight, because I think it's really important, is that in reserve funds, the domestic health plan is self-insured, self-managed by the student union. But almost $1.5 million in that fund, which represents about 6 months worth of claims. The other thing you'll see student initiatives fund there, a couple $100,000. That is actually the grocery program that we're managing. That's where those funds are coming from right now. So I just wanted to highlight those. Those are reserve funds that are done for special projects. They're designated for very specific things. Again, the health plan is the majority of it. You can see it's 1.5 out of 2.2, but we need to maintain a high level of, that's a 6 month worth of claims. By self-insuring and not using a third party, you're probably saving 15% on your student fees every year by doing it. We've been doing it since 2012, self-funding. The other thing that Bonnie, if you want to, well, not you, I've got it now, right? I'll try it, see if you guys, hopefully this doesn't freeze. Net assets, okay, now I'm gonna go up here. The one thing I really want to point out, do you see the capital fund on the third column from the left?
Yep.
$6 million is in the capital fund. 2.5 of that is spoken for. It's actually in debt. Okay, basically your net working capital. $3.5 million was left in the capital fund. $2.5 million was pledged a year ago by the board for the student building expansion, stage 3 of Innovation Village. So that left a fund balance, right, that we talked about at the board meeting, but the majority of that is either spoken for as net capital debt and or a pledge of $2.5 million. The other thing that was done, and I want to kind of comment on it, at the board meeting a week ago, we pledged student union, which was very commendable by the directors and the representatives this year, is, and I'm not sure if you've seen any media on it, but there's been a bit. There was a pledge of $400,000, a $200 for the student relief fund, the emergency student relief fund inside Fanshawe. The college put in $1.5 million, of which $1 million came from the college proper, $400,000 from the government, $100,000 from the provincial government, and $100,000 from the foundation. That was your $1.5 million. A week ago, the student union pledged a $200,000 immediate transfer into the relief fund, plus a further $200,000 conditional upon fundraising, any additional fundraising done by the college in any source except for the government. That was the motion we did. Currently, as of this afternoon, I checked, there's about a little over $30,000. A little over $30,000 was raised by donors, matched by the Alumni Association, which that also be matched by the student union. I'm really confident that well, I'm going to try and do a bit of lobbying as well, but I'm really confident, hopefully, that any shortfall will be matched by the Alumni Association and or the college proper. I'm really hopeful that, again, all those, the full motion will be achieved. But it's commendable and it's been much appreciated. And there's been a lot of comments from students at large, some from the media, the college proper. Anyway, just wanted to kind of share that with you if you haven't seen that already. But that's your general fund. That's where that came out of. You talked about the restricted fund, and we also just talked about the capital fund. I really want to highlight those things. Again, they've been on the website since they were approved last fall. Just if there's any questions, please field them to me and I can answer. If you don't have questions today and you think of them later, feel free to send an email or connect via Cole, Christine, or Karen, or even into the current year with Katie. But I'm here to help if you have any questions. So is there any, maybe I would ask Cole if you could ask the participants if there are any questions.
Is there any questions from the members? All right, doesn't look like we have any questions.
Okay, well, thank you, everybody. And please, if you do later, don't hesitate. And again, the statements were already approved by the board. So this is a presentation. I think if you're okay, then Cole, maybe move on to the next agenda item if you're good.
Yeah, Bonnie, can you just bring up the agenda?
Yep. Paul, can you just stop sharing your screen? There you go.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, hold on a second. There you go.
All right, so appointment for the new appointment of auditors. Motion to approve the Price Waterhouse Coppers as the engaging auditors until the next annual general meeting of the members. Does anybody move the motion? If you move it, again, put the thumbs up. So just need one member to move. All right, so we got Christine. Is anyone seconded? So, okay, Katie. All right, so moved by Christine, seconded by Katie. Does anybody have any questions on the appointment of the auditors? No? All right.
Sorry, I just wanted to clarify one thing. It's if you don't mind, thanks guys. Is the auditors again? They were the same audit firm that we used last year, and the purpose, the financial statements that I just presented to you, they provide an opinion on the financial statements. That's the whole purpose of the auditors, to provide a independent opinion, third-party independent opinion on the financial statements. So basically, it's the financial stewardship of the funds and monies of the student union independently, and that opinion was again part of the statements. So it's the same firm. I should have mentioned this already. I'm sorry, Cole, but it's the exact same firm that we're recommending that the board, via the motion that you just put forth, Christine and Katie, that we would engage the same audit firm to review these statements and then again present them to the board in the fall.
All right. So is it all approved? You can just put the thumbs up. Sai, saw you. Katie, saw you. Kate, saw you. All right, we're gonna move it to, just because of the way it's working, we're gonna have it pass unless people ask questions and say no. So it'll be considered yes, unless you clap to say no. So is anyone against? No, all right, so it passed. Now on to the election results.
Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Okay, can everyone see that?
Yeah, it's up, Bonnie.
Okay, very cool.
Bonnie, you also have a copy of the Chief Returning Officer report, right?
Yep, I was just going to let everyone read this and then I'll move on to the next one. So this is just the results. They were posted on the website. So I'm just going to move on to the CRO report, which is right here. So I'll give everyone a chance to read this as well.
And again, I know you saw it at the top. This is very important. This is exactly this memo is specifically to the members and the board.
Just let me know if I'm going too fast for anyone. Okay. Has everyone read it?
I think there's a little more body.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
It's okay. This is the key one right here.
Okay, so we'll put the agenda back up. There you go, Claire.
Thanks. All right, so we're going to motion to approve the 2020 election results. Does anybody move the motion? Remember, thumbs up for yes. Christine moved it. Does anyone second? All right, Kate, I saw you. Does anyone have any questions on the report? No, okay. Now, is there anyone against approving? No, all right, so the motion passes. Now on to, 1 second.
Cole
Yeah,
and Bonnie, did you notice that Katie's, Katie, if you wanted to, maybe it might be good if you unmute just to explain to your, yeah. Katie's refraining, abstaining.
Hi. Yeah, I'd like to refrain from voting for obvious reasons since I was a part of the election.
Yep. I have that noted, Katie. Thank you.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Perfect. Great.
I just realized I was muted. I was talking that whole time.
Oh.
Sorry about that. So SAC honorarium, the motion to approve the SAC honorarium for the 2020-21 SAC honorarium. So it'll be $425 honorarium for directors per semester. That's max, and maximum chair honorarium per semester of $170. Now, does anybody move the motion? Again, it's just the thumbs up. I saw you move it. Does anyone second? 80 seconds it. Now, is there anyone against? All right, so it passes. Now we'll move on to other business of the members. At this time, if you would like to speak or say anything, just so people aren't speaking over top of themselves, if you could put the thumbs up, and then when you hear me call on your name, that would be your opportunity to speak. So for the members, does anyone have any comments or concerns they would like to bring up? Sai? Oh, you're clapping to say no, never mind. All right. Anyone else have any concerns? Questions? No? All right. FSU President's Report. Karen, you want to present that?
Yep. Very cool.
All right. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. All of you, it's been a pleasure for me to be here and addressing you for the very last time as the president of the FSU. It's pretty sad, but it's pretty, it was a wonderful journey for me. So when I took on the role, I was asked to say a few words, and I said being president is a dream come true. And now I would say that my dream turned reality has been accomplished and successfully accomplished. So being elected during the by-election was not a really easy task for me, because starting everything halfway through the term and trying to achieve everything that we've planned was not really easy. So we started our journey with 5 things, definitely with the help of my coordinators and with the help of the FSU management. We put together a few things that we thought needed most attention. The first thing was being available for the students. So we sent out a survey and also a message letting all the students know that we're here for them with our contact information. We also worked on the surveys individually, and we are still working on the surveys to accomplish all of them. Because we received almost about 300 to 400 feedback and suggestion and questions from the students. So it definitely takes a lot of time for us to work on all of those, and we're still working on them. And then volunteers was the main thing that I campaigned for too. And I am really proud to say that we accomplished it, and it's been really, really successful. We have trained almost 200 volunteers just in between January to March. Not even March, I think just February. We trained all of them, 3 successful training sessions. And we have a whole calendar that was sent for them, all of them turning up for their shifts. And everything was planned and implemented successfully as we thought, and lots of opportunities for the volunteers right now. And then we also planned on making sure that we were on every campus, being there at every event, because we being the executive team are not confined to our office spaces, rather be outside and meet the students. So we made sure that we were present at every event and contacted the students and had lots of interactions to make sure that we met a lot of students. And most of you guys here, of course, I met all of you, most of you guys. So it was a really wonderful opportunity to have one-on-one sessions with the students to make sure we understand what they need. And also work opportunities was one of the major things that is still bothering our student community. So we made sure to have collaborated with the career services and the alumni, and we successfully conducted one social networking event right before the job fair. So we made sure all of them were brought to one platform, the employers and the students. And we will continue to work on this to increase more opportunities on campus, off campus, and make sure all the students are employed and we provide as much support as we can. And finally, we had planned the fun days with the executives, and also we combined it with our very newly launched initiative, which was the Nest, of course, with the approval of our current directors and also with the help of our coordinators. And the main purpose of this was to make sure that even if the executives are not present, the student representatives or the volunteers are present all around on all the campuses to make sure that they're available for the students and they're able to answer all the students' questions, mostly to increase communication and to improve the reach. And we were just successfully able to organize 2 of those, and we had to cancel on the rest of those because of the COVID-19 situations. But the 2 that we organized board were part of that too while they were campaigning. So that was fun too, for having them to interact with the students as well. So we definitely kept talking about inclusivity, communication, and reach. These aspects just tend to be confined only within a space, but we have managed to include as many students as we can by introducing lots of multicultural events. So we try to include students from different ethnicity, races, different countries and regions, different languages. So our orientations or our events definitely include lots of students to be a part of the Fanshawe community, because we have lots of students and we want all of them to feel that they're part of Fanshawe, and all of them are students and all of them are alike. And our reach has drastically increased. Our social media numbers and our followers. We have followers from all over the world following us on social media and also participating in FSU events. The current online events that are going on are also grabbing a lot of attention, and lots of students are participating. And we also introduced a Friday Follow campaign where we gave them 10% off if they followed us on Instagram or any other social media. And we believe our communication has reached the students, and they know that they're not alone and we are all in this together. So we have been continuing all the initiatives that were put in place by our previous executives. So it was Jamoya's president and their team. So all that they have introduced, we tried and continued and made sure we included all of those in our next projects as well. And some of them include the class representative systems, which has been successful and definitely had a better impact than the last year. So continuing the class representative system is definitely that plays a major role. And also free breakfast for the students. Clubs need lots of attention. We didn't have time to achieve working on it, but we should continue working on the clubs as well. And also lots of events for students, especially have equal opportunities for all the students on all the campuses. So try and organizing lots of events on other campuses too. And also we planned along with the planned targets that we have, we also advocated for students' needs with different departments, with the International Office, Career Services, Ombuds, and our major target was advocating for the students of the South Campus, because we wanted them to experience the same thing that we are experiencing being on the Oxford campus. We tried our best to improve these for the downtown campus students as well and improve their student life experience. So we personally went out to those campuses. We stayed there. We gave them some amazing breakfasts. We tried and organized more than 10 events in those campuses. And I would say we managed to bring a smile on every student's face whenever we went out there, and they were so happy to see us there. And being a part of the college level meetings definitely helped us voice out our student concerns and provide valuable inputs and make favorable decisions for the students. So being able to provide a solution when students reached out to me, that gave me the most happiness in this entire journey. So when students come to me for a solution and I'm in a position to be able to help them, that's the best feeling, I'm going to tell you. And during this time of chaos, even then, we have put in everything that we have. We went out of our way with the help of the Student Administrative Council, of course, and also with the help of the students, as much as we could within our capacity. So we provided the grocery gift cards. We supported the college to add a little to the relief fund. And we also provided all our support to the students who needed help with academics, mental health, online class issues, personal help. I personally answered a lot of emails. And I would say that they were satisfied with the response that they got. So the best part of this entire experience that I would say was being able to work with the current FSU staff. Of course, Paul, Bonnie, Carol. I mean, if I start naming, this is not going to be a report. It's going to be a thank you award ceremony. But all of them were really awesome that they helped me out in everything. And of course, my coordinators, I would be nothing without them. Julia, Chelsea, and Rebecca. They've been the most amazing people. And everyone, all the students that supported me and the current board of directors, every time I reached out to them, they made sure that they responded to me most of the times, though I did pressurize them a lot in a couple of situations, but they were really nice. So, and also my sincere thanks, of course, to President Peter Devlin, who definitely encouraged me to pursue my path with confidence. And of course, all the VPs, Michelle, Gary, Jeff, Jenny, and also Janice and Darlene. who always have my back. So it totally has been a wonderful journey, and these are the memories I'm going to cherish forever for my entire life. Wishing the best to our upcoming president, Katyayani Thakur, and also the newly elected directors, the current executive team, the coordinators. So good luck. Cheers to new beginnings. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that, Karen. Bonnie, can you just put up the agenda again?
I'm allowed to ask a question.
Yep.
Karen, what was the total this year for the charity fundraising? Yeah.
As far as I know, it went up to $8,000 this year. Yeah.
Amazing.
It was up to 8,000. Yes.
Amazing.
I was just going to say that's pretty close. Exactly. You're right on, Karen. If you got,
Yes, Rahul.
yeah, bang on. Good job. That was, pretty commendable with a lot of dynamics this year.
Mm-hmm. Our target was 10, but we were not able to host the Alice in Winterland. So it remained on 8.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that will conclude the meeting. Does anybody move to adjourn? Christina saw you. Sai seconded. Now, anyone against adjourning? All right, so that calls the end of the general meeting. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Good luck in your exams, guys. Take care, okay? It's a pleasure.
All right. Bye, guys. I'm just going to end the meeting now.